Well, colleges across the country are joining together to make financial aid offers more transparent.
That's right. The goal is to make aid letters easier to understand for parents and students. The College Cost Transparency Initiative Task Force is leading the effort. 382 schools are on board, representing 43 states, and all of the schools have agreed to use plain language to explain all types of aid. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona is praising the initiative, saying, quote, "Students and families need transparency, consistency, and clarity so that they're able to make informed decisions about enrolling in and affording higher education."
Danielle Douglas-Gabriel joins us now. She is a national higher education reporter for The Washington Post. Thank you so much for joining us. So walk us through the major complaints that we often hear about current financial aid forms and the changes that this initiative will bring.
Well, first, thank you for having me. I think the significance of this initiative is to try to create some transparency where in years past there really wasn't any. I had done a project a couple of years back looking at 3 different financial aid award letters from 3 different schools, and the way they labeled a loan versus a grant was vastly different across those schools. And so the problem is that a family who's trying to compare the cost of one college to another may not have a clear picture of what their actual expenses will be. So this is supposed to create some kind of uniformity to help them in that process.
Well, both Democrats and Republicans have really celebrated this initiative, a rare moment of bipartisanship. Do you expect that we'll see any potential legislation come out of this initiative?
There have been past efforts to try to create this uniformity through a legislative process, and I suspect there still will be. Nearly 400 colleges signing on is great, but there are more than 4,000 colleges and universities that participate in the federal financial aid system. And unless we see far more people signing on to this particular initiative, the need for that kind of uniformity and standardization will continue. So I do suspect that we'll continue to see lawmakers pressing on this issue across the board.
Well, the free application for federal student aid form, which is not the only way to be considered for money for college, tell us about college scholarship service profile.
Sure. So, that is one of the other mechanisms that many colleges and universities use to determine financial need. But the FAFSA, as you had mentioned, is still the primary tool, and there is a redesign that's underway. The new redesigned FAFSA comes out this December. It'll be shorter questions. A lot of it will be automated, so you can pull your financial data from the IRS a lot easier. So it's something to watch as parents are trying to figure out what their costs will be and what they can afford.
All right. I'm sure there are a lot of parents and students who will be very glad to see these changes. Danielle Douglas-Gabriel, thank you so much.
Thank you.